guys, welcome to Dargo Fix It, and back with the X5 E70 2007. You can see I'm missing one of these. I don't know where it is. I'll do a video on that at some point, on how to replace that. I've got a rough idea on what to do with. I have to remove the wheel arch to get access to the back of these and get a new injector and a panel. But anyway, we're not talking about that today. Today we're going to talk about suspension. Now this car, it's got 120,000 miles on the clock now. It's coming up to 12 years old, so the suspension is starting to wear down. So my most recent issue with suspension was as follows. When you're going over a bump on one side, you'll hear it squeak. Even small bumps, it was squeaking, like little digs in the road, little ditches in the road, it was squeaking. And then it gradually got worse, and when you started locking the wheel to the right like it is now, you can see it's locked to the left, sorry, to the driver's side, which is right hand drive, right to the right side. I'm getting confused. There you go. And if you just wiggle the wheel, like you know, if you would just lock it to the right and just wiggle the wheel a little bit, you can hear the suspension going just by doing that. I never had a chance to look at it myself, but I gave it into my trusted mechanics, local garage, German specialists, and this is what they did. So, and they fixed it obviously, but I'm going to show you under the car. Now, if you look, this arm is new. So this arm was replaced. And if you look, yeah, you can see it's just a straight bar with a connection here, and this actual joint is a ball socket joint. You can see the ball there, and it plugs into that side. So this bit had worn out, so when you go over the bumps, you can see it takes a bit of an impact. Plus, with the steering locked, it has to be able to rotate smoothly. So that was worn down, which is causing the issue. Now I've got a similar issue on the right. It's not as bad yet, but it's getting there. It's squeaking under bumps and ditches, but it's not squeaking under suspension. So there is a little play there, but it's not enough to get it changed just yet. But soon, probably in a month or two, I'll get that changed. So that's the right. This is the driver's side, but I'll have to get the other side done at some point as well. And you can see there's some kind of leak. I think it's because I poured the oil out by mistake. I spilled some when I was topping it up. But yeah, so this bar needs to be replaced. I'm probably going to order the other one. I mean, they told me the part was 170. This part was 170. This bar, or this suspension arm, the lower suspension arm, I think it's called. But you can get Chinese parts and stuff. I've seen them on eBay for like 60 quid, even 80 quid for the left and the right. So it's pretty cheap. And there's not really much to it. The hardest part of this is, the most mechanical part of this is this actual quality of this joint here. So I might look at that. I'll do some research around it, but everything else was fine. You can have a look. But this was new. This was replaced for that squeaking. So if you're wondering what it is, or if you've got similar symptoms to me, that's just an idea of what it probably is. Remember, this is an X5 E70 2007. And there you go. One way you can't tell is if you've got a jack big enough to jack this bad boy up. If you can jack the front wheel off, which I tried, but my jack doesn't lift it just high enough, you can actually, once it's off the ground, this wheel's off the ground, you can shake it to see if there's any play, if there's any movement or knocking, by giving it a good pull either way. And that can normally help tell if there's something up with the suspension, which I did try, but the thing was I couldn't get the car off 100% off the ground. I got it till 90%, so it wasn't really enough. But there you go. That arm probably needs changing. You can get your guys to look at it. I'm not that adept to try it myself, although I did think about it. Probably could have done it, but I don't have the right tools and the lift and stuff. But there you go, little suspension tip. So squeaking under the bumps, squeaking when you when you just wiggle the steering wheel to the left and the right, it's probably the lower suspension arm. All right, hope that tip helps. Please like the video, sub the channel, and I'll catch up with you guys later. Peace out.